I had that members gave me. So I went ahead and sent you those that I got recently. The rest of them, I think John was going to have as far as what's going on, all of the new rules, what we're going to do, what's taking so long, that kind of thing. Just general things that people are anxious to hear.
Well, anyway, we will be having Cryptosavers Club will be starting providing the e-marketplace or the express marketplace. This will be one of the changes that will be put there. This would provide you and both seller and buyer to complete the transaction within 60 minutes. At least the lowest number of minutes that you have to wait for you to receive your funds would be around 5 minutes. Okay, so that's going to be the one that will be replacing the marketplace here. Once you see the e-marketplace, and that's already fully functional. All the rest, for example, the direct transfer or peer-to-peer transaction are still ongoing as we speak. A lot of our members are already used to doing that, buying and selling their USDT crypto token on the platform. And so basically, one of the things that are being required of you is the payment of the subscription. And then one of the questions here that was said earlier is that can we pay for 6 months for fees? Can we pay 6 months, say 50 for 6 months, then 100 for the year, or $10 a month? So basically, those are three choices that you can do: $50 for 6 months, $100 for a year, or $120 for if you're going to be paying monthly after month for $10. It's basically your option, and you can upgrade anytime you want to. There's going to be a banner system here on your account details, which will provide you information on who you are, what your subscription level is, and all the other benefits and accesses for that particular banner. So there's a plan for the entire system to be like a game. It's something fun, and not now. So now what's fun for us is to get that cash out and marketplace going. It's fun for us. Well, it's fun for me. I hope it's fun for everyone to have the cash out and marketplace working first rather than having the game sections. Did you get the answer to my first question, Erlene?
Yes, thank you.
All right, so how do you do subscription? It's basically, you just need to top up this month, place the subscription amount. For example, for the next 6 months, you'll do that. And then you'll be paying via Bitcoin or USDT. You're more familiar on Bitcoin, so if you have a Bitcoin wallet, you can copy this address, place it on your Bitcoin wallet, and then send the exact amount, which means 0. You can just click this. It's already copied, and then you just paste and click continue. Right? Once the payment has been confirmed, this one will now move to your savings account.
Henry, will there be a place where they'll actually be able to see that they've already paid? If they're already paid,
basically that's going to be the banners,
okay,
icons that will be beside your dashboard here. It will show how many what do you call that? Sort of like the stickers that is being given to Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts badges.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be earning badges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they can pay from DEX, right?
Of course, they can use the DEX funds there, especially Blink.USDT, BTS. Don't use Blink because that's a governance token. I'll explain that in detail later.
So they can pay with Blink.USDT.
No, no. With
Nope.
Blink.USDT, yes. Not
Yeah.
with Blink token because that's a governance
Right.
token. It's
Right.
used for voting in proposals.
All right, and also the BTS, right?
Yes, it's still here.
Okay.
When you top up your savings, the BTS still here. You can also use Blink.BTC or Blink.ETH for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Both of those are in the DEX also, or in your other wallets.
I've been checking on that, but I don't think there's anything there for us to buy. It's blank. The Blink.USDT.
No, as of now, the focus is on USDT.
Okay. So that will be available later, even though it's there, it's just not ready.
Yes.
Okay.
If the KYC was already sent, do we need to send it again? No, we don't have to send it again. And we have created a leeway for you guys to able to send expired IDs as long as they are your IDs.
Oh, good.
So that, it's really hard to get a renewed ID, and we understand that. Even I can get my passport, and they scheduled me for the 6th month of this year just to line up. If I fail to line up, I'll be given 6 months more just to renew or get a passport because of this pandemic. So we are losing, trying to loosen the KYC procedure in such a way that you can send your expired ID if you don't have any valid IDs available at your disposal.
Okay, one question I keep asked about the ID, can they just send the front of a driver's license, or they need the back and the front?
Just the front with your signature,
okay,
or wherever your signature is.
Okay, that's it. That's what I've been asked that question too. Thanks.
If the signature is on front, just the front side will do.
Okay.
So do we need to have DEX accounts? Yes. That's already the first step that everyone will be taking into consideration. They will be taking that. That's going to be the first step on CSC, is to have a BitShares account, since they are also promoting the BitShares blockchain, and we want the BitShares blockchain to win in this ecosystems of blockchains out there, since it is the fastest. It has the consensus that everybody is moving into. Whether if you look at Ethereum, they're moving into proof of stake. BitShares has been proof of stake since 2014, so I don't think that we need to move anywhere else, and especially that we have all our assets here, and it can be sold to anybody who wants to become part of our community. All right, so that's why we are going to be more aggressive this year to onboarding BitShares and providing them a community they can be part of, which will be more liquid as we progress with developing a connection of Ethereum, of the Ethereum network on the BitShares blockchain. Right, this would mean that more people on Ethereum will be going into the BitShares blockchain as well to participate in the digital. Yeah, I can't hear you. Your drop. Can you repeat that?
Oh,
Oh my God, you're speaking Chinese.
Hey, if your mic is open, please shut the speaker off. Turn your mic off. Peter, Friedman, yours is still open. Lisa, oh no, Lisa closed hers. Let's see who else. Well, whoever closed it, that shut it off. Thank you so much. Okay, Henry.
Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about the other screen.
So then in this one, they had some open in here. Also, Henry, while you're on this subject with the decks, do they have to qualify in CSC? Like we have to qualify in CompuMatrix. All they need here is just a DEX account. They don't have to do any qualifications, right?
Most of the
KYC.
here already have Blink, so I think they're already qualified if they have that.
Okay.
If you don't have that tokens that can be used, you can always buy one to get yours on that some part of the governance feature. You know, meaning you can vote changes into the BitShares Labs programs, including CSC. If you want to change the rates of how much members are cashing out, you can change through a proposal, and a 51% vote would get that activated by the developers.
Okay, so the only requirement to have the DEX account would be to have at least one Blink, and they have to have their KYC in, right?
Exactly, that's the only thing there. The Blink is optional if you don't want to be voting. You know, you don't want any.
All right.
If you don't have time to vote, because you must have those tokens on your account in order for you to vote.
Right.
Number of it's 1:1. Okay, so if you have one Blink, you can only cast one vote. If you have 1,000 Blinks, then you can cast 1,000 votes, which means you are more of an influencer when it comes to activities being done on the system. So it works like a governance in corporations where we used to vote using our stock holdings.
When our cash out button is already live, and right now when people are putting in to cash out from the CSC account, it says pending. Once that is sent, is that going to be sent to the DEX? Is that why we're having to have a DEX account?
Yes, Arlene. One of the things that are being done here on BitShares is, of course, to promote BitShares, and promoting BitShares requires a BitShares wallet. That's why your USDT will be, every paid USDT will be paid on the BitShares wallet, and you can swap it using the withdraw function just beside the token. To convert it into a USDT, it can be accepted by either Tron, EOS, Ethereum, or Polygon network.
All the instructions for this will be sent to each member, guys, so don't panic.
We will have another training call on this one, because you guys are the first movers on this. This one, you're the ones who created the USDT for the CSC program. Guys, when you deposited Bitcoin before, it was used to purchase USDT on open market. And from that, it's used to, the USDT was traded for under the futures market in finance, which is, of course, providing you a, how do you call this, exposure not equivalent to what you have deposited. If you have deposited $100, when we say we are trading it on a futures market, and you're given an exposure of 10 times that deposit, your deposit in Binance is actually $1,000, not $100. That's why you're earning more. Your share is your share every day. The profit is better than anyone else.
That's good. Another question on the decks before we move on. All of us here, most of us here only have a CompuMatrix decks. Do we need to have a separate one for a CSC? Should we have a BitShares DEX? Do we go to that address?
It is advisable that you have a separate wallet for each and every ecosystem on the BitShares blockchain. Matrix is a separate ecosystem. They have their own rules. BitShares have their own rules. BitShares Labs has their own rules.
Okay, so in our...
However, liquidity-wise, BitShares Labs is the one pioneering the liquidity on the DEX. And of course, XBTS, if you have heard about them, they're the Chinese guys, the XBTS.
Okay, in our DEX now, in the CSC, most of us put in our DEX that we were with at the time. So if we get another one separate just for CSC, we're not allowed to change it in our back office. Can they set it up where we can actually go in and change our address?
We'll have our live support aim to change that for you guys, so that once you contact them, they'll be able to change it for you.
Okay.
You have an admin panel wherein they can use it to change the wallet addresses.
Okay.
Yeah, let's continue with your questions, Erlene.
Yeah.
Because we just answered the third, wherein it is required for you to have a BitShares DEX account.
Okay.
Be part of any programs under the BitShares blockchain or by BitShares Labs. I think we're on the fifth question. Is there's going to be a daily or weekly limit on peer-to-peer program? No. There's no limit in direct transfer and the peer-to-peer marketplace program. Just how much you can earn there.
What will be the limits for those of us who want to cash out? I know that has changed.
The one who will be using the cash out button, which means you're requesting the capital to be lessened, that's the thing that will have limit depending on your membership status, which means that we will be looking into the length of your membership. There are several variables that will be discussed in detail once it's on the site, because it is easier for us to discuss that once they have installed it on the site. So we're looking into those installations being done all throughout this week, including the e-marketplace.
Okay, 6 and 7 you can skip because we've already...
Yeah, the Zoom call was under having some technical issues, so we are moving here. Yes, it will be recorded. It's being recorded now using OBS.
Okay, number eight we can't answer until we get the instructions that you just talked about. So
yes, more of these details will be sent to you via email through your subscription on Cryptosavers Club. The newsletter, the subscription on the top up. Right, for the elite membership, there's another question there. Basically, elite members were invited by the original elite members, and they have contributed a top up of $2,500 in the beginning.
As an elite member, we have to vest these people that are asking to come in. We want to make sure they understand what the program entails, how important it is to follow the rules. We want this to last forever, guys. This is the best I've ever seen in my 74 years as far as the business is concerned. We don't want to screw it up.
Yes, and we really want this program to also reach as far as Africa is concerned, because especially African nations, there's a lot. This is one of the best programs that will be empowering Africa and other nations, as well as having the U.S. when it comes to futures.
The last question, Henry, was how will we know which company we're cashing out from? Of course, I mean CSC and CompuMatrix. Will TC know the difference? Are we going to be using actually TC4, CSC, or is BitShares Lab?
PC will use can only be used by CompuMatrix.
Okay, that was a question I was asked.
BitShares Labs have their own swap technology.
Okay, that's good.
So you have eventually you can be able to cash out USD on the BitShares Labs DEX also once they start accepting CUSD.
Okay.
And since CUSD is a stable coin on our ecosystem in CompuMatrix, and Blink USDT as stable coin in BitShares Labs. And a stable coin is always equivalent to its to whatever currency it's pegged into. In our cases, CUSD and Blink USDT are both pegged into $1 each. At no point in time will it be lower than $1 or higher than $1. It's always $1. So if you realize this, all of you guys are indebted $1 each for each of your CUSD, even if you are selling it for cents each on the BitShares network. Whoever has the token will have $1. Get it? So that's a stable coin for you. It's different from not really the same as BitUSD, but BitUSD is controlled by BTS. And it is, as of now, it has already met market price, so one BitUSD is back to $1 or more. So that's if you've been checking out the exchange rates on the DEX.
Okay, Henry, one of the questions I'm being shot at from this end is when will CSC actually have funds flowing from their system?
They're just waiting for the final documentations here on our end, the background, because it's already January here in the Philippines, which means that they have to get their licenses in order. Otherwise, it would be easy to shut things down if they don't have those licenses to operate. So as of now, they already got it. I think they got it last Friday. Did I gossip to you that?
Yes.
I think I gossiped it to you. It already reached Earling's ears.
Yeah.
So there's an eyes, hopefully.
Yeah, I saw it. So they do have it.
Okay, so it shouldn't be long now, guys. Just wait for further announcements because they are going 100% integrating all the programs together, and of course, on the side they're also integrating CompuMatrix. So it's not only that's why I'm also helping them as a spokesperson here, that at least. Because I can pay them tokens, any tokens they want to, as long as it's in BitShares. And as long as they know what to do with those tokens. Any other question?
I think I got all of mine answered. Basically, please reiterate with CSC, they need to keep the members updated. They're not answering the questions right away, which causes frustrations to the members, well, to all of us, basically. Communication is key for any company, and I know you're yelling at them, but they're still not doing it. We need somebody to be on call or someone there to at least answer and not just put in information and then leave. I know they go to bed sometimes, but they usually put us quite a bit of information and they go to bed and we're
Yeah, by the way, they promised me that they'll be providing better communication starting this month, which they have already been, they have been using newsletters to do that, and of course activating their how do you call this, support channels, live support channels on the site.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's just if they send any newsletters or anything out, they really need a spokesperson in the room so that when questions, there's always questions. And so we need someone that can be live to be able to come in and answer whatever questions. And I know if sometimes they're sleeping, but when they get up, if they would come and answer those questions as soon as possible. Something as simple about sending the back and the front of a license. People panic. They don't want to do it wrong. So they'll ask before doing anything. And if they have to wait hours and hours, it gets to be very frustrating. So if you can please venture here.
There are some news that cannot be shared by just ordinary staff and individuals on the CSC network. But of course, they are only ones who can actually decide for it if they wanted it published is the shareholders of BitShares Labs.
Right.
So they can announce it there, test the waters for the shareholders to react whether they wanted that out or not.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just that they have to acknowledge that they even read it, because most of the time they'll read it, but they don't acknowledge they read it. So the member is stuff hanging there. Just did they see it? Did they hear? Did they ask? Are they going to get my answer? If they can at least just acknowledge that they did read it and they will come back to them with an answer and then come back later with an answer, that would help tremendously.
Here's an interesting question. When is the live chat? The live chat is always on, Emily, during, it's from morning, in that will be your evening, because that's morning for the Philippines. And then here's Corey is asking what licensing are we waiting on. We're not already got the license. We just got it this week, and we're just waiting for one more permit. The cash out is not ready. It's already ready, but it's not yet activated. And we'll have to wait for that for the activation from the permits that we are waiting on. ID to submit KYC. Is there another way to submit KYC besides Google? Yes. You can submit it to admin@bitshareslabs.com through email. If you're not comfortable using Google Forms, which of course that Google form is highly on SSL, so it's pretty much safe. And all information that's recorded are being backed up on the drive, which is not connected to the internet. It's basically safer than. Did you say change your avatar to your company matrix username in what avatar?
I think he misunderstood what you said earlier.
Avatar is that cartoon character that we are on CSC, right?
Yeah.
The matrix username It's not even, we don't use, I never use copy matrix, my copy matrix username on CSC.
No. It's two separate companies, Tim. So you don't need, I think what he's talking about, maybe using his first and last name in CSC, which is what we do. We don't have to use the username like we do in CompuMatrix.
Yes, but you should have your teacher's account name. In your settings, you should update that there. And Lorna, will the fees be the lifetime of us? Lifetime of us? I don't understand your question.
I think what she means, yeah, she's talking about those who have already put the 2,500, if they've already put in this 2,500 as a top up, are they going to be as a member, will they have to reach that before they're going to be a lifetime member, or
if you already did that last year, I think you're already a lifetime member. And because you're an elite member, or is that should be 2,500 one time top up, right? Have you checked out Lorna? I'll let them know. They can check out your account. It will be best if you can, well, they have their records there. They should know. Arlene?
all right.
Any question?
I think basically all the questions have been answered. Everybody wants to know a date, when, a time. Guys, they can't predict a date, a time. He said that they're just trying to finish everything up this week. The license is done. They do have it. I did see a copy of it, so I know it's there and it's finished. They're doing the integrations between the DEX and CSC. Everything's being put together.
By the way, on the problem on the integration is that even if there is a new blockchain, a new version of the BitShares blockchain that's been rolled out, problem is user interface that we're using on the DEX has not been redesigned yet. It still bears the same design as it was on version 4. We are now on version 6, but the design is still on version 4. We are creating a new design with BitShares Labs that we can roll out a new DEX that has the features of the new Ekong version.
Okay, and guys, just so you know, the anniversary date as we became members, I know I came in back in November of 2020. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2020. So it doesn't, 19, wasn't it? Then I was there 20, I'm sorry, 20. I've been in over a year, but I'm not considered as a member since then, since our new CSC accounts actually started in April of 2021. So all of us who came in then, our anniversary date will start in April of 2021.
I'll be 1 year, April 11 on the CST website.
Yeah.
But on the CSC paper, on CSC paper.
Launch day.
I've been there since July 2019.
Me too. Oh no, I came in November.
November, that's November for you, and then Gail, I think it's December.
Yeah.
And for those guys who bought the Blink, of course.
Right.
The significance of the anniversary date is that you are given more amount that can be cashed out Because you will be given a banner there that you are 1 year. You are already 1 year and you are already tested your loyalty. Something like that. Or is that, do I have to have it translated by Arlene? Is there any other translation on which?
Well, once you've been in for a year,
it's a badge of honor that gets you, access to better benefits as a member of the CSC program.
I've been asked already, is those who did come in back in November, January of last year, will they be grandfathered in, or do they have to also wait till the April date? They've been beyond loyal.
Yeah, it's beyond your loyal. As you can see on my screen, I was here April 12, 2021. That's member since on your account details.
I know, but I've been asked by those who came in before that, before it triggered us to a new start day. Will they be grandfathered in since they were actually in way before and put up the major funds to start the company?
I think there will be adjustments on the dates, especially those of us who were part of the initial launch on Blink.
Good.
Because the dates are there, and we've sent our first Blink.
Right.
It was just on the DEX, not on the CSC system.
All right, guys, if y'all have any other questions, please ask.
Yeah, you can raise your hand if you want to use your mic here. Don't know where you have to press that to raise your hand.
I think it's on the bottom. They have a place where it looks like a little hand to the left. Click on that, it'll allow you to go in, or just type your questions in the discussion box.
I guess that's all for now. If there are any other questions, feel free to post it on the discussions area, and we'll try our guys for our guys to answer that in the next couple of hours. Here we go with a couple of hours. I don't want you hating that word too.
Yeah. Next week and a couple hours. That's two nasty words. It kind of sounds like
well,
soon.
especially soon.
Don't say soon. All right. Anyone else has a last question they would like to put in here in the discussion area?
Guys who are pioneers in their country, those who are only members of that country, the only member on that country. There are several of them who we really want to train. Just send your just direct message Ray if you want to be trained as a country manager on that end, because a lot of you guys are new, or you're the pioneers of the country. I have seen some of them mostly in Africa also. There's just one member in Africa, there's one member in New Zealand, Korea, South Korea, and other countries are being opened.
Vincent is working really hard in Africa, in South Africa.
I think there's more than Vincent in Africa.
Yeah,
Henny's in Africa.
That's Henny's in South.
Yeah. Jane.
Vincent is in sort of the middle part of Africa.
Jane Baru.
Africa is a very large continent.
Yep.
Philippines is just a fraction of it.
I think Abel is there too, isn't he?
I believe V is in there too, and she in South Africa.
Yeah, and there's more than enough countries and new ones that would need your supply of USDT on your accounts. It's a matter of coordinating with the right person, the right group of persons, and that would lead you to creating a webinar that is going to be, because ESC is only promoted through webinars. It's not promoted via ads or any other social media pages out there. Although we do have a social media page, it's just for news and announcements. It's not being used to promote the program. If you want to become part of the program, you have to go through the educational process, webinars conducted by CSC. So if you want a special webinar on your specific city, country, region, whichever, feel free to direct message Ray Ingson Jr. that they can schedule a webinar for those guys that are in different time zones, because we can provide educational webinars for them. The same way as the Forex market is being advertised, is through webinars also, and trainings and seminars.
Ray, do you have anything to add?
It's midnight.
Hi, Ma'am Marlene. I would like only to say that if you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me and wait for further announcement the CSC community.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And also, Michael will be around to check on you guys and chat with you guys. Right. So I guess that's all.
All right, guys, if y'all have any other questions, go to the discussion room in Discord for CSC. Ask your questions there. And if anybody from the Philippines is still awake, they'll answer. If not, we'll try to get them in here as soon as possible and get your answers. Just bear with us. It's actually happening.
I think Lori has a question a while back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
As per Lori, she was a member before, but it was changed.
What do you mean member before it was changed?
Elite member, Sir Henry. So Lori was asking if it is possible to be changed to an elite member again.
We'll have more information about that because there are several changes coming in, guys. As soon as the new changes are up and running, then we can deal with your other queries, okay? So far, for now, there are no election of elites. I don't think there are other additional people that will be added on the elite network. Okay, so we'll let you know, guys, if there would be opening for elite membership. As all elite members are vetted by our current elite members. So at least 51% of them should vote for you. Alrighty. I'll see you around, guys. Have a great evening.
All right, thanks.
For
Thanks,
us,
Henry.
have a great lunch. Go to lunch now.
Thank you, Henry.
Yeah.
Appreciate the help with the
Think
questions.
of me
and-
while you bite your food.
Yeah. Guys, they will be telling you when it will be open, so just watch that room and they'll tell you as soon as it's open. I know they said between the 13th and 15th. That couldn't happen, but it's still all in play and it's not going to be long. So just hang tight.
Hi, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good day.
morning,
Good night,
good
guys.
afternoon, wherever you are.
Bye. Your lunch.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.